Hello everyone and welcome back to our emergency series. It's great to have you all along on this ride. So today is day 19, Mayday 19. Comment if you are 19 for 19 if you have watched all of them so far. So today we're talking about pilot incapacitation, right? So building off of yesterday, let's say you did get into a thunderstorm and in all the turbulence, you hit your head against the side of the aircraft and you knocked yourself out. So now what? Well, technically not your problem. It's your passenger's problem, right? It's their worst nightmare, actually. So in this situation, you need a passenger who can safely get you on the ground. So if you have a spouse or a friend who routinely flies with you, it might be a great opportunity to talk to them about a pitch hitter course, right? AOPA or different groups offer classes to non-pilots. And the point of these are to teach them some of the basics of flying. Alternatively, you could just go to your local flight school and your friend can take a few flight lessons, right? So the objective here is just to get them familiar enough with the airplane to be able to do some basic things, right? Like first of all, don't panic and be able to maintain their composure if they're ever called into duty, right? So these types of trainings can teach them some basic things like how to find an airport, how to navigate to it, some trainings and landings, how to use the avionics, like maybe tuning in a frequency on the radio, or even using the autopilot if your aircraft has one, right? And even without a dedicated lesson from a CFI, a passenger who flies with you a lot is probably already picking up on some of these things like dialing frequencies, wanting to take control, practice flying a little bit in cruise. For sure, my 12-year-old boy likes to take controls and do things while we're flying. And with the ForeFlight or similar apps, it's getting easier to navigate to airports, and then it's just a matter of landing, right? Which of course, though, is the hardest part. But even off-field landings, right? Your passenger can learn how to just pick an open field and put the plane down, right? That's what I always taught my boy. If you ever need a place to land the airplane for any reason, just pick one of those big fields here in southern Pennsylvania. You'll be fine. So even without, formal training, some things you could still do. You could have like a cheat sheet in the cockpit, right? Maybe a laminated sheet with some notes on it or pointers that can be part of your passenger briefing. Now, the ultimate here would be if your plane has a parachute, right? But then your passenger would still need to know how to work the parachute. So fortunately, this type of thing doesn't happen very often, right? But it does happen enough that there are plenty of reports about passengers needing to land an aircraft. And unfortunately, in some cases, there are no passengers on board to save the day, right? Every year, there are some accidents which aren't really explainable at all, right? And the probable cause is probably just, there must have been some medical event that the pilot suffered and it led to the plane crash. So maybe that's one other tip, right? Take care of your health the best that you can and know when not to fly, right? So it's not going to take care of 100% of these cases, but it might help with some of them. So day 19, pilot incapacitation. Thanks everyone for watching. Now go hit the gym and be healthy. We'll talk to you tomorrow on day 20.